Hey, we got Shanil here, who got first place in Standard. With what deck did you play, and how did you do?
I played Ezreal Gold Paladins, not Garmor or any other variant. I went X2 in Swiss before top 8. There was 8 rounds, so I lost round 2, where we got one of our losses. My second loss was in round 7. Luckily, my team carried me at that round. My 2 losses were to Angel Feather and OTT. They went first on those games because obviously in Standard, dice roll, hardcore. Otherwise, the deck did pretty well. I beat the Narukami matchup. I did beat Angel Feather in top 8. Luckily, I healed out one of my matches where I won. So there were a few random moments, but all in all, it went pretty well.
All right, let's see your deck profile.
All right. So Excel markers. Asuka was favorite Excel marker to use during the tournament. So I'll start off with trigger lineup. So I did 2 front, 5 draw, 5 crit, and 4 heal. During testing, I tried 8 front, I tried 5 front, 5 crit. I didn't honestly like seeing more fronts because that means you have to commit a lot more in this deck, and in the current meta, how the other Excel clans are, and just in general, Narukami is I would say Narukami hands down currently in Miyagi Academy format is the best Excel deck. So in that matchup, if you commit board and you don't kill him, you lose if you don't hit a front. So currently, I had a game plan against Narukami after like 20 games of practice against that. So that plan required me to run more crits and draws, and I'll explain why in a bit. For my grade 3 lineup, I ran 4 Raven and 4 Ezreal. My goal was to always get the combo off, right? Or not even the combo, just sit on this guy to kill the game, because he's, obviously everyone knows, he's a vanilla without this guy underneath him. Not to mention, you need to have him in soul, so soul is an issue. You want to make sure that your soul is always having this and another piece, like, to soul blast. But just in general, whenever I saw him in my first hand, I would mulligan him back. Just because even if you don't have a grade 2 or a grade 1, you want to make sure you get to this guy at any cost. For my 1 lineup, I went 2 Haugen, 4 Gareth, 3 Dedrain, and 4 Hoel. So no one was running this from the Gold Paladin players I played against in the mirror match, and just from my teammates I played them, and I understand why getting the 4 Dedrain is key, but you have to realize the deck has very low soul. The only way to soul charge in this deck is with this or the other grade 1 you run, which you don't even have space for. I love Howl, but most of the time I usually kill Howl with Wonder Ezreal to get to the Ezreal, and maybe if I see him again that's cool, but a lot of times you don't even have the counter blast to use him. It's very key. This guy early game is amazing. It forces your opponent to actually think about guarding your early game, but that's not the biggest thing. The reason is you get to see a top card of your deck. It's always about seeing a trigger so that you can make sure your first damage you don't get shot down by blasters. I did have a lot of Royal Paladin matchups that rushed on the blaster turn, and having him let me see a trigger coming up so I could guard the other attacks, so that was very important. For my 2 lineup, I ran the standard 4 Bowmains, 4 Vivian. I couldn't get the other 3 ORs, they were in Mexico at the time still, and 4 Wonder Ezreal. The goal of this is obviously get to Ezreal as fast. Bowmains was obviously MVP. Every time you draw him when you have an Ezreal in hand, you get game. Vivian was really good. Vivian did work. Obviously, the grade 2 lineup, you can't change it. You can modify it once the new future release comes out. All in all, I think the 5 crit 5 front went, or 5 crit 5 draw went really well for me. I destroyed a lot of the Narukami matchup that I played against, and just in general, a lot of people said no guard to Raven on the first attack, and hitting a crit got them to 5 straight up and forced them to waste hand for all the next attacks that I had. Would I play the same lineup again in this match in Miyagi? I would again. I would probably play the same trigger lineup. Dedrain 3 is still solid. I don't think I would turn it to 4. So I think all in all the matchups went really well. Yeah, so I think the deck was pretty solid in that aspect. If any shoutouts, should I give shoutouts, Karan?
Yeah.
Any shoutouts, I'd give shoutouts to Cardfight Underground for giving us a lot of good practice and a lot of good insight to different decks and ideas. I would give shoutouts to Pastimes, our local card shop in Chicago. I'd like to give a shout out to all the players that played. They were all friendly, and all of them were good players. And yeah, obviously Standard's a trigger fest, and there were a few matchups that were just won by triggers, like my 6 damage heal against Kevin Cho's team. But all in all, I think I played the deck to the best optimization I could in my view, and I mean, a lot of that was triggers, but still, I really enjoyed the format. I really enjoyed the deck. Would I play this deck again once the new set comes out? Hell no.